Why are there so many educational games featuring Mario? Who in their right mind thought that this guy would make a good teacher for kids? I don't know. But today, we're going to take a look at some of these educational games. And who knows, maybe they're good and we might actually learn something. Spoiler alert! They're not, and we won't. The first game we're going to talk about is definitely an odd one. It's called I Am a Teacher, Super Mario Sweater. I know what you're probably thinking, but no, this isn't a bootleg. It's real. Nintendo actually made and released this with that title. Upon starting the game, the first question you might have is, why are we looking at measurements for what seems to be a shirt? Are we doing math? Is this a math game? Oh crap, I always got a D- in math. Well, luckily for me, it's not that. Let me explain. I Am a Teacher Super Mario Sweater was a game released on the Famicom Disk System in 1988. The game was developed by a company known as Royal Industries, a Japanese appliance and sewing company. That's kind of a weird choice of company to make a game. So, okay, a sewing company made the game. Does it really matter? Well, absolutely it does, because this game, I don't even think meets the criteria of what a game is defined as. I mentioned before the game shows a bunch of measurements for what seems to be a shirt. Well, it turns out you're actually putting in measurement sizes for a sweater. Your measurement sizes. Because this game is literally you designing a sweater, putting in your size information, which you will then send to the company for 2,900 yen, or 24 US dollars, where they will then send you your custom-made sweater. Who, what, when, where, why, and how? All of that. How is this a game? It technically is an educational game, teaching kids about measuring, but it's so weird that Nintendo gave this their seal of approval. Now let's move on to the more popular titles. Well, popular. Mario is Missing and Mario's Time Machine. Let's start off with Mario is Missing because I flipped a coin and it won. Mario is Missing is a geography-based educational game released on the PC, Macintosh, NES, and Super Nintendo. Wow, with all those releases, you might think the game is actually pretty good. Well, that's what I get for getting my hopes up. You actually take control of Luigi in this game, because Mario is missing, I guess. I don't know. Basically, Luigi is going around the entire world and answering geography questions. Yay. You have to kill these Koopas, steal their bags, take it to the information booth, and then answer a question you hopefully paid attention to when you hopefully talk to these random strangers. Okay, first of all, this is not what Russia looks like. I think, I don't know. Alright, I just googled it. Apparently it does look like that. Second of all, who thought this was a good idea? I remember renting this game as a kid and being so confused. I honestly just kept running to the right because, oh, I don't know, why would running to the right ever make sense in a Mario game? I don't care about stupid geography. The sprites were lifted straight out of Super Mario World. The PC and Mac version, however, has a different art style, where Luigi looks very internet meme-like. Yep, this game was the birthplace of Ouija. So, at least something good came out of it. Up next is Mario's Time Machine, and it's better than Mario is Missing? Better in the sense that getting stabbed in the arm with a knife is better than getting stabbed in both arms with 2 knives. That kind of better. Mario's Time Machine is a history-based educational game. Yippee. Yippee? No, yippee. The story follows Bowser, who built a time machine, what? And has been traveling back in time, stealing important artifacts, like apples. Okay. And it's Mario's job to take the item, use the time machine, put it in the very specific date, including the location and BC or AD, and then take a fill-in-the-blank test. Did I say this game was fun? What's wrong with me? Alright, let's see. Newton's 3 laws of fireworks? No, that's not right. It's motion. Revolutionized both physics and Christmas Day. That's gotta be it. No, of course not. He also discovered the— wait, why am I doing this? Reading walls and walls of text, speaking to frickin' Sir Isaac Newton, and reading more? The game also kinda tricks you. Like, it loads up, throwing you into Camelot, or whatever, and you think, hey, this kind of looks like Super Mario World. I'm about to have an adventure with knights and dragons. But then before you know it, it's like, oh hey kids, did you know that Joan of Arc led French troops against the English in an effort to expel them from her country? What? What 7-year-old kid is going to care about that? The only redeeming factor about the game is right here. In order to power up the time machine, you have to go surfing. The NES port had an even cooler version. Instead of surfing, you actually played the original Mario Bros to collect an item. Final thoughts? Stay away. Alright, well, here's an educational game that's actually pretty useful. Mario Teaches Typing. Yeah, seems charming and simple enough. Let's begin.
Oh, hello! It's me, Mario!
Okay, I forgot about the floating nightmare head.
I know you're gonna be a great typist.
Hey, whatever you say, buddy, please. I'm just here to learn. So we start out by choosing our character and— oh, come on!
I ain't got nobody. Get it? Nobody?
What? The game itself is really good. I mean, it's your basic elementary school style typing game, but the animation it plays at the top is really charming. There's different cutscenes that go with each game, making each level feel unique. Like, don't let Luigi die. There's also a storyline with more cutscenes. Really well animated cutscenes for an early PC game. This is how you make learning sort of fun. Just little bells and whistles that make you forget you're playing an educational game. Also floating Mario Nightmare Head, that's important.
I ain't got nobody. Get it? Nobody?
Alright, you overstayed your welcome. Get out of my face. Then there's Mario's Early Years Preschool Fun.
We're going to Body World.
There's counting and shape choosing and body part pointing. I guess if you're 3 years old, then this preschool game isn't too bad at all. But when you're my age, aka anything but 3 years old, you just look silly. Moving back to the PC, we have a game called Mario's Game Gallery. Technically, it's not really a Mario game, but a collection of other random games like Dominoes, just with a Mario skin. It's kinda charming, I gotta admit. I mean, playing checkers with a bunch of Yoshis and Koopas is kinda cute. But then again, this is a Mario game where we play checkers and go fish.
I'ma go fishing.
And what am I playing now? Yacht? I've never even heard of that. This entire game feels more like Mario Goes to Vegas. Did you ever play Caesar's Palace on the Super Nintendo? I grew up in Las Vegas and had this game as a kid. I walked around, went to the machines, and was just pressing buttons hoping I'd win. What does that have to do with anything? Well, it simply means that I don't want to play blackjack in my Mario game. Alright, here's the last game. Super Mario Bros. And Friends, When I Grow Up. Another excellent title that just rolls off the tongue. It's coloring. It's like messing around in Microsoft Paint, but only being able to use the paint bucket tool. Which I guess is fine, since the game is made for kids after all. It's simple. You're given an already drawn picture and you have to color it in how you see fit. You get to be creative! And I personally think that's the best kind of education for kids. To be honest though, Mario Paint is a much better choice. You get to freehand draw, use the stupid SNES mouse, and do that. It was really impressive to see what people could pull off. Just look at what Mike did from Cinemassacre. It's crazy to think that's even possible. Then there was the music creator. One of the best things to ever exist. So all in all, did we actually learn anything? No, not really. I knew this would happen. Let's just play Super Mario World instead. There we go. Much better.